Have you ever walked into a room and suddenly forgotten why you were there? Or picked up your phone and felt your mind go completely blank? And for a split second, something inside you whispered, "Is this how it starts?" Let me calm that fear right now. What you just described is incredibly common after 60. And in most cases, it has nothing to do with Alzheimer's. Memory doesn't collapse overnight. It erodes quietly, through small daily patterns most people never question. And today, I'm going to show you 3 of them, so you can stop them. Pay close attention to the third one. It's the quietest, but it may be the most powerful of all. Think of your brain like a long country road, one you've been traveling for decades. When it's maintained, the ride feels steady and safe. But when tiny cracks go unnoticed year after year, one day the bumps feel bigger than they should. The good news, most of those cracks can still be repaired, if you know where to look. The first habit is something almost everyone slips into after 60. Living on autopilot. After retirement, days can start blending together. Wake up, coffee, TV, lunch, nap, repeat. There's nothing wrong with routine, but the brain craves novelty more than we realize. When life becomes too predictable, the brain stops stretching. And memory works a lot like a muscle. It weakens without challenge. I once met a 72-year-old woman who realized she hadn't done anything new in over 2 years. Same walks, same meals, same television programs. When she started taking a different walking route each week, she said something that stayed with me. "I feel awake again." Research confirms this. Small new experiences help maintain cognitive sharpness. Not drastic changes, just small disruptions in routine. A different walking route, a new recipe, a song you've never heard, even a conversation with someone new. These small acts literally repair the road. But habit number 2 is where things get more serious, because it happens every single night, and most people have no idea. The second habit is far more common than people admit. Fragmented sleep, not just short sleep, but shallow sleep. After 60, sleep patterns change naturally. You might fall asleep earlier, but wake up more often. Maybe you've said this before. "I slept, but I still feel tired." During deep sleep, your brain clears out toxic waste proteins linked to memory decline. Scientists call this the glymphatic system, your brain's overnight cleaning crew. When sleep is constantly interrupted, that cleaning process weakens. And over time, the effects accumulate quietly. A 68-year-old man once told me he feared Alzheimer's. He laughed when he said it, but his voice dropped. When we looked closer, he hadn't had real deep sleep in months. 6 weeks after restoring his sleep rhythm, most of those memory scares disappeared. Sometimes the brain isn't failing, it's exhausted. Go to bed at the same time every night. Consistency trains your brain. Reduce bright screens at least 1 hour before sleep. And avoid heavy meals late at night. These small changes protect your mental road more than most people realize. But the third habit. This one caught me off guard the first time I learned about it. Because it doesn't feel like a problem at all. It feels like a choice. The third habit is the quietest. And that's exactly why it's the most dangerous. Gradual social withdrawal. It doesn't feel dramatic. It feels comfortable. Fewer calls, fewer invitations, more evenings alone than you planned. And slowly, the brain receives less and less stimulation. Studies show chronic loneliness is strongly linked to cognitive decline, not simply because you're alone, but because conversation is neurological exercise. Emotion is brain stimulation. I once met a woman who hadn't had a real conversation in 3 days. She spoke mostly to the television, not because she wanted to, but because no one had called. Her memory wasn't failing. Her stimulation was. The brain is not designed for isolation. It's designed for connection. And when connection fades, performance fades with it. One real conversation a day can make a difference. A phone call, a walk with someone, even a meaningful exchange at the store. Connection is not a luxury. It's maintenance for the road. Your brain isn't shaped only by genetics. It's shaped by how you live, every single day. Autopilot slowly dims the road. Poor sleep leaves it unrepaired, and isolation removes the other travelers. Protect these three, and you protect more than memory. You protect your independence, your dignity, your sense of self. But here's what most people don't realize. Even if you fix all three of these habits, there's still something missing. Something that works quietly, at the cellular level, every time you eat. In the next video, I'll show you how nutrition either protects or accelerates everything we talked about today. Because sometimes what looks small on your plate becomes the most powerful thing inside your brain.